Hey guys, Steve here from theturtlefollower.com, and in this video we're going to take a look at the markets for the upcoming week. We had a pretty eventful week here, ending, let's see, what's today? Today is Saturday, February 14th, so happy Valentine's Day to all those ladies out there. Again, we had an eventful week, and it wasn't because of Valentine's Day. It was, we finally got some Greek, news out that kind of drove the markets higher, but really the last 2 weeks we've been in the process of rallying from those lows. So if you can see here at the beginning of February here, specifically on the 2nd, it looked like we were going to go ahead and poke below this resistance area or this support area, and also end up closing below this trend line. That was the turnaround day. Okay, we rallied back in the afternoon that day. We put in another higher candle, and then we thought maybe we were going to hit some resistance. That was negated. Then again we thought we were going to hit some resistance, followed through a bit, but came right back to the back side of this trend line. Also came right to the 50-day moving average, and from there it really just provided a springboard. And once we broke through 2058, you guys recall I've been saying that I really didn't think 2087 was going to be a big resistance. As of today, we broke through it. Now, volume has remained fairly consistent in this move here. What I really like, though, is the move we're seeing on the weekly chart. This is one thing I want to bring up with you guys. We haven't had the chance to actually go ahead. If you look at this whole rally that we've had, and you look at specific points along it, right? So here's our trend line, give or take, right? And if you look at when we came in and rallied, all right, it was just rallies. It was just V-shaped reversals all the way. Okay, we never really put in the solid base that we were looking for. All right, here we did. Okay, this one is a little different. Here we did put in a base. All right, but again, all of the other ones were just V-shaped reversals right off trend line. All right, but look at what we're doing now. And this is what's kind of getting me a little excited. All right, it's not what the wife has planned for later, but it's the markets. That shows you what kind of life I have. So anyway, I digress. But what I'm getting excited about here is the fact is we based in the market. All right, the market based for about 2 months, almost 3 months. All right, really from the beginning of November, all right, and now we're breaking out in March. I'm sorry, February 14th, Valentine's Day. I remember this stuff, but we're breaking out. All right, so what I really like here is that we've based, and the last time we based, you can see the rally that ensued. All right, we really moved from 1887. We came in, and we ended up at 1980, so almost 100 points higher. All right, so I really like the way the market, at least the S&P 500, is really looking on the longer term chart. All right, so we're getting that nice breakout, and this could very well, I said it in one of the nightly recaps, I'm not one to make predictions, but this could very well be the lows for 2015. We may have very well seen those right down here at 1960, 1970. Now, if we go ahead and look at the other markets, all right, the NASDAQ was also breaking out. The NQs, all right, you could see a breakout here as well. All right, again, volume decreasing, but that's nothing new. All right, that's happened in the past, but you can see we've broken out over every resistance level possible. So this is where I talk about the blue skies, and the importance of the blue sky territory is not just, that it sounds cool or anything like that. The fact is, everybody that owns the NASDAQ, if you're trading it or whatever, everybody here is a winner. All right, so that's the importance of having the blue sky. Is the fact is there's no losers right now. So there's nobody sitting here saying, oh, if it gets back to this price, then you know what, I want to sell my stock back or anything like that. No, nobody cares. All right, everybody's a winner. And again, you can see this here along that weekly chart of the NASDAQ. If we draw a longer term trend, all right, you could see every time it came in, boom, reversal, boom, V-shaped reversals every time, right? Not this time. This time we flagged, based out, and are now breaking out, all right? So I really think that's an important aspect moving forward, is the fact that we now have some solid support in this area. You know, and we've talked about it in detail prior, but the fact is, when you do these V-shaped reversals, it's very hard to establish some significant support level, right? You know, as the market rallies, there's really no good points that you could say, yes, that's definitely a level. Okay, look at the rally we had from October to the beginning of December. All right, it was a V-shaped reversal. Absolutely, you'd love to be long the stock, but for us as trend followers, very difficult to be able to say, well, where is my stop go? Because you're looking for an area of some kind of support. All right, so that's one of the reasons that when we get this type of rally, we can very easily get the sell-off, because there's not an area in here that says, hey, you know what, this should hold. All right, so that's why it gets a little crazy, a little squirrely. And again, here you're looking at the Dow. We broke out of this descending trend line or triangle. We broke over the 17,828. The next area of resistance, which we hit today, and you know maybe it provided some resistance, is going to be that 18,050 level. All right, but for right now, we're looking good. All right, so 2 of the 3 markets are looking very good. The last one, the Russell, all right, is pretty much almost breaking out to new highs. We talked about this again last week, that if we were able to go ahead and put in some time between these two levels, that that may be just all that we need to break out to new highs. So right now, the Russell, which has been going sideways for the better part of a year and a half, is now maybe getting some juice behind it. And look at this high base. All right, so here's the larger consolidation, all right, between 1210 and 1080, and look at what happened. All right, when it did consolidate this time, it decided, you know what, we're going to stay above the 200-day moving average, and we're going to consolidate in the top half of the range. That's a strong sign that, you know what, a breakout may be coming. All right, so sure enough, looks like we're just about to a breakout on the Russell. I'm not sure. It barely closed above that 1218 level, so looks like it did hit new highs. It pulled back a little bit, but for all intensive purposes, I would say we're right at it. So looking forward to next week, looking at the markets, you know I specifically usually like to deal with the S&P, so we'll just discuss that one. I think that one kind of leads all others. But looking at the market, I really think that, you know what, we have blue skies ahead of us. We have a reason or no reason not to continue rallying. There's no resistance point. There's nobody that's looking to, you know, people weren't buying in this range from 2058 to 1976 just to turn around and sell it at 28.7. That's not happening, right? You got to think these institutions that are building these positions in this range are not looking to sell it, to take on this amount of risk just to sell it for a few points higher. So I don't see any reason that we don't rally next week. Now, you know, again, this is just a prediction, but it's based on the price action of the charts. I see no reason we don't continue to rally. All right, that's my personal opinion. Where we go, I have no idea. All right, that's the fact is I really don't know. But we're just going to continue to monitor prices. You know, looking, if you kind of zoom this chart out, does 2150 seem unreasonable? Well, for next week, probably. But you know what? Maybe we're looking at something more along the lines of, you know, a breakout and then a pullback to that level and then a rally higher. All right, so I know that will, if I cancel those rate extensions, that would make more sense. All right, that makes a little more sense, right? So again, a rally, a pullback, and I think that's the path that we're going to be looking at taking here. All right, a test of this breakout area, and then a continued rally higher. So that's what I'm looking for. Premium members, head on over to this weekend's weekend update. We're going to put together a list of new stocks for next week. We're going to take a look at our positions, which have been performing exceptionally well. I can't be happier. I couldn't be happier. And we're actually going to enter one final position for the model portfolio, bring us up to 20 total positions. I saw this position and there's just no way I can't take the position. So we're going to take one final position, and then the watch list will be there for anyone else who maybe isn't as fully invested as we are. But again, we're in good shape going forward. I think the portfolio and the markets continue to reach new highs in this coming week. So again, premium members, head on over there. If you're not a premium member and you want to try it out, head on over to the membership sign-up page and take the free 7-day pass. All right, full access to everything for 7 days, no credit card required, and just make a login and a username, and you'll have access. So definitely head on over there, check that out. Other than that, have a great rest of the weekend. Happy Valentine's Day again, and we'll see you on Tuesday for another week in the markets. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching.